Hello and welcome everyone. I'm Kimberly Boscheman and this is the Intentionally Intuitive Podcast. In this episode, we're going to take a look at the forecast for April 2025 for each life path number. Before we get into the forecast, this is a general reading. If you would like your own personal numerology reading, please book some time with me. My information's in the description box below. I would love to work with you. All right, let's take a look to see what April has in store. Life path number 3, you all are working with a pretty intense energy for April. You're going to be working with the vibration of the 16-7. And so when we move through a 16-7 cycle, it can feel pretty intense. It can feel pretty like something is being uprooted, something is being challenged. We're sort of being confronted with something that needs to change, that needs to go through some kind of like metamorphosis. And I would say some kind of extreme metamorphosis. And so this can be around relationships because we have the vibration of the 6 energy in that equation of the 16-7. This can also be around health. So your health routine, if you're working with some kind of chronic health condition, you could actually see some significant improvement in that area or get some kind of solution that you hadn't thought of before could present at this time. And it could be different than what you would expect. Like it could look very different. And so you want to explore that if you feel called to. And if, I'm obviously not a doctor, not telling you what to do or giving medical advice, but you could see some things present this month, especially around chronic health conditions where opportunities for trying something new and different could actually be beneficial if that aligns for you. This is a time for greater awakening. When we're talking about the 16-7 energy, this is like tower energy in tarot, right? There's some kind of greater like lightning bolt, awakening that needs to occur. And we go through awakenings throughout our entire life, right? It's not like it's this, sometimes they're more intense than others. But sometimes we have to kind of be shaken awake to something that we have not been seeing. And it can be around, again, relationships, how we present in those relationships, how we stand up for ourselves, how we create, how we step into greater standards. It can be, just in so many different areas. It can be around the actions that we've been taking, and getting the same results that we don't like. So it might shift us in a new direction, this 16-7 energy. It might confront us with where it is that we have faulty belief systems, where we have, self-doubt that's holding us back that we need to break through. Anytime we move through a 16 cycle, it's really pushing us to move through the very physical experience, this very human experience, but to awaken to something much bigger. And usually there's some kind of spiritual element that comes in here because we're working with the vibration of the 7, and the 7 is very spiritual, very psychic, very like the veil is thin. So, you could definitely find something out about yourself on a deeper layer, that you didn't, maybe it's a gift that you didn't know you had. Maybe it's, I don't know. It can come in so many different ways. It's such a beautiful month for greater self-discovery. And that's a journey. Like that greater self-discovery is something we're doing from life to death. It's not like we discover ourselves and now we know who we are and now we're like, we know what we're doing and all is good. It's a constant evolution and opportunity for self-discovery. But when we move through a 16-7 cycle, it's intensified. Like there's something we're not seeing about ourselves that we need to see. And this energy can bring it to our awareness, right? Whether it's through an experience with another person, whether it's a dream that we have or deeper insight that we get from reading something or seeing something, however it's delivered, it's meant to take the blinders off in some area of ourselves so that we can see the situation for what it is and then make decisions to move in a direction that, is healthier, more sustainable, that it's more aligned, whatever it may be. So I wouldn't be surprised if some things come up where maybe there was some blockage, there was, an inability to be able to see below the surface or below the illusion of whatever this may be. That clarity will likely come in. And again, we go back to once you see it, you can't unsee it. So now what are you going to do with it? Because at the sort of beginning of this energy is the 1, right? 16-7. So it's about you. It's about you taking initiative. You have to show up to make this happen and follow through and make sure that it hits that point of completion. Whatever this change might be, whatever this awakening might, bring to your attention that you're meant to do something with. But it happens from you. Because you were at the cornerstone of this. But you could see, again, because it's the 16, so there's the 1, you, self, and the 6, relationships. And these are relationships that are closest to your heart. So these are home environment, family, friends, close friends, close-knit community, partners, that sort of thing. So there's some kind of clarity, deeper awareness that you might get around those relationships. You could also see some major clarity come in around your home environment, like your castle, where your home is your sanctuary type of thing. And usually this awakening or this greater awareness highlights where we've had potentially erroneous ideas or habits that need to be altered. And for some, this is going to have to be done in a forceful manner, meaning that divine intervention could come in, and it doesn't have to be super uncomfortable or scary or any of those things. Sometimes divine intervention comes in and sort of forces our hand a little bit, but we are thrilled by it, right? We're so thrilled by the outcome of it. Because it's moving us towards that next chapter, that elevated octave from where we've been. This can bring in, the 16-7, just being honest, can definitely bring in some losses, some setbacks in business or financial affairs. But this usually will be in an area, first of all, where it needs to happen. So in other words, maybe you're on a path or moving in a direction that is actually hurting you, but you're not seeing it. And so when these losses come in, it's actually, and I know it's hard to hear this if you're moving through it, but it's actually for your benefit. And what will present next or down the road is going to be much more aligned than whatever this is. And so move with these losses as you need to. Try to see what it's trying to show you. Sometimes loss comes in because there was no integrity behind our actions, or our actions were sort of toxic, right? So that's very, very possible as well. I would also say, given this energy for April, if you meet someone, because again, relationships are sort of at the forefront here, they're a big component. If you meet someone at this time, be really careful about, lust at first sight. This would not be a month to meet someone and then go directly to the altar type of thing, right? Oh my gosh, I've met my twin flame and now we're getting married and et cetera, right? This can bring about, can show us where we might have obsession, manipulation tendencies, manipulative tendencies, etc. And it's not a shameful thing. It's just saying, there might be some areas that we need to take a closer look at within ourselves where, we just want to be careful about obsession this month. And it doesn't just have to be with relationships, but that is very possible for that to come in this month. And I'm not saying that you can't meet the love of your life this month. You could, of course, because it's also a 7 energy. So contracts, love vibration, etc. It's certainly possible. But what I would say is any relationship that you connect with at this time, especially because of that 6 energy, take your time. Just take your time. Get to know the person truly and be vulnerable and let them get to know you as well, right? So just take your time. Be really mindful about that, because it can be easy to get caught up in this energy and make decisions that are run on more along the lines of like obsession or that sort of thing. So just be careful there. I'm not saying you can't have fun. Have fun. Just take it, just take it slow. That's all. I pulled an animal wisdom message for you, and you got orca energy. And I love this because this really brings in, or when I think of this anyway, when I think of orcas, I think of like, community, family, the pod, like finding your people basically, and really connecting at a higher level. And that really is something that the 16-7 can do, though it's like a very can feel very, I don't want to say destructive, but it can feel like, a little bit like earth shattering at first. But eventually what it opens us up to is a higher state of ourselves. And so it's about that sort of spiritual evolution at its core. And so it's very possible that who you meet at this time, or who you connect with on a deeper level at this time, or, who comes in to support you at this time could really be sort of like your people, the people who are going to help you to achieve whatever it is that you're looking to achieve. So it can be a very, very supportive energy. Yeah. And there's definitely this sense of like working together and collaborating. And because I think this is more whales, but I don't know. I just think of like, the moving in a circle and creating the bubbles. I think it is more whales, but not so much orcas, but they may do this also, but moving in circles and creating the bubbles and pushing the fish in like a little ball. So like all the let's just say orcas, all the orcas can eat type thing. So it's like this collaborative, beautiful, supportive energy. So there's a very strong possibility that though there can be some, some challenging aspects, what can come from those challenging aspects this month can be just divine, like truly, truly beautiful and supportive. So keep that in mind as you might be moving through some things that feel a little bit like choppy waters. You will get to the calmer shores soon enough. So beautiful energy here. Hope it's a great one. I think this month will be pretty transformative for you threes, but ride the waves. You're going to get to the shore and it's going to be worth it. All right, take it easy. Bye for now.